Welcome to the Collector Cave, and today we have a review of Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and this is Peter Parker in the black suit by Hot Toys. This is something that I have been waiting for, pre-ordered almost a year ago to the date. July 29th last year, I pre-ordered this thing through Sideshow, and it just showed up today. Super excited. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. In fact, a little history here with the Spider-Man games for the PlayStation. I had not bought a PlayStation since PS2, and then the PS Pro came out, the version with the Spider-Man that came with the game, and the console was with the white spider and the red. I bought that, got back into PlayStation, and then bought this PS5, another PS5 for the special edition for the Spider-Man 2 game. Absolutely love the second game. I haven't played through it a second time, so it's been a while. But this is from that second game when Peter gets the symbiote. I'm not going to go into any spoilers in case you haven't played the game. It is changed up from the comics a little bit, from everything, but it's a cool story. And from what I've seen online, this figure looks so good. It looks like Hot Toys knocked it out of the park. But just to look at this packaging, you can see the Sideshow sticker here. It's by Hot Toys, but it's through Sideshow. And then these tendrils from the symbiote are kind of raised, and they're high gloss, as you can maybe see that. Look really nice. And then down here it's the Hot Toys video game series, 1/6 scale, Peter Parker black suit collectible. And here's a side shot. And he does come with the arms, because in the game you have the arms with both suits, the 2.0 suit and then also the symbiote. So he comes with the arms, and then here's a back of what the box looks like. Just some legalese here. Choking hazard for ages 3 and under, and this is recommended for ages 15 and up. So there's that, and then here's a little bit of information about the figure. If you want to maybe pause and look at this, there's the UPC, and then there's the official Disney logo, again showing that this is an official product from Disney and Hot Toys. But if we slide this off here, you can see I haven't opened the figure up yet. I was tempted, but I wanted to wait for this. But there is the figure. Boy, he is looking awesome. Plastic cover here with a little bit of a symbiote tendril right here, as you can see, and down here a couple more. But if we zoom in a little bit, it's kind of hard to tell behind the plastic. But this is the special edition that comes with the 2.0 head being covered with, or being eaten by the symbiote, which is a pretty cool look. And then it comes with some new, I believe, new web pieces. I think the 2.0 comes with similar ones, but this is for the symbiote here. Some of these web pieces look really cool. So we're gonna get this thing out of packaging. Oh, let me flip it around real quick, because the packaging is a little different here. As you can see here, we get a picture of the figure, some different types of, like, I don't know, computer graphics. Not sure what that's all about. Maybe it has to do with some of the game. I won't go into details again or spoilers. Peter Parker. This is the back of it, but it looks like the front. Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Peter Parker black suit. And, you know, there's some variations in the game. They actually have the comic black suit, which I really hope Hot Toys makes. This is like the symbiote. I mean, the black suit in the comic was a symbiote too, but it looked like a suit. This looks like a symbiote covering him. So I'm really hoping they make that figure. They've got the 2.0, which I think is just hitting shelves now. I didn't pre-order that. I have the original PS4 Spider-Man. In fact, that was my first Hot Toys figure ever, back when that came out. And so here we are, we come full circle with a black suit. So I'm excited about that. And then here it is. It's VGM 56 is the number of the figure, in case you're curious. But let's go ahead and get this guy out of packaging and see all that he comes with. Okay, here is the black suit Spider-Man and everything he comes with. It's insane how much stuff this guy has. I can't even fit everything in camera. There's more stuff down here, as you can see. The hands, these are plugs that go into his back to cover up when you're not using the arms. But man, this is just, look at all this stuff. Look at all of it. It is so awesome. I can't even be where to start. Where do we start? So you have the Iron Spider arms, which he has throughout the game in Spider-Man 2, even with the black suit. And you can see it's got symbiote, tendrils all around all of these. Zoom in a little bit. Look at the detail on these arms. I'm not going to display him with the arms. One, it's going to take up too much room in a detail, and I'm already out of room. And it's just, I don't want that look with the black suit Spider-Man. But it's cool they include these, and I'll probably use them for some shots and stuff, photography, stuff like that. And all of these points, there's 6 points that are articulated, and they're all on ratchets. So I think you could probably actually stand him with the arms, like you would Doc Ock. I think we're gonna try it. But here's these pieces that plug into his back, which I hope they look okay. I'm a little worried about that. I know it's his back, you're not going to see it as much, but it's the only problem with having the arms is you've got to plug those holes. So hopefully these little covers work good. And then this is for the hands, I think, for webbing, I believe. We'll have to see. And then here's the hands. The detail in these hands is really good. Everything's got a gloss on it, like the symbiote, like it's living, like it's moving on him. As you can see here, man, it looks so good. I love how this looks. It looks fantastic. Get a light overhead, you can kind of see that gloss and that sheen, like it's a symbiote moving around on him. Super cool stuff. And then you have this piece here, which you take off a hand, and you can plug this in, like it's a tendril shooting out. And it's a soft plastic, so you're not going to break it if you go to drop it. It's rubbery. But yeah, pretty cool. And then you have all the different types of webbing. This is a new piece, I believe. At least none of the Spider-Man I have from Hot Toys come with this. Like a coil thing. I'm not sure. I think that's like he's in his hand, I think. So that's pretty cool. And then this is another one that I think is new as well. Boy, these are really cool. Awesome job by Hot Toys so far from what I've looked at. Kind of hard to tell, but yeah, you can kind of see the detail on that. It looks really nice. And then he comes with web wings, which again, I'm not going to mess with these, but in the game, one of the new mechanics in Spider-Man 2 is you can use web wings to fly across the city, which is really fun, really awesome. And I'm glad they included them. I believe they're magnetic, but you can look at details. You can see the details here. Check out the in between, like the webbing. Looks really good. And again, high gloss, like it's a symbiote. The feel of that figure, and we'll get to him in a minute, the feel of the figure is awesome. It's a little tacky, but it's not one of those tacky things I'm going to worry about down the road where it feels like it's melting. I don't think that's going to be the case with this guy. I think it feels great. And then let's look at this head sculpt. We'll put this on, but I probably won't use this because I want the full, black look. But man, look at how awesome this is. Look at the eye taking over. It's like the symbiote's completely engulfing Spidey, Peter. And those eyes almost look like fangs. And this is just, this isn't fabric, this is plastic, although it looks like it's fabric on the camera here. And it just plugs in with a ball joint. But look at how cool, I mean, this is weighty too. It's got some heft to it. This rubber they've used, this plastic, you can see how it looks alive with that gloss they used. I'm telling you right now, this is an awesome release, and I've only messed with it for about 5 minutes. This is fantastic. I'm so glad I got this guy. And then of course, Hot Toys, they give you directions, and nothing too major. There's no light up function with this figure. It just kind of shows you. Says that the outfit's not detachable. Don't try taking it off. You might get damaged. It shows you how to do the web wings. They're magnetic. We'll try that. I always worry about these corners maybe getting close to the fabric and ripping it, or the material. Here's that tentacle effect accessory. You just take the hand off and it plugs into the wrist peg, it looks like, on either side. I might use that in my stand, I'm not sure. And then it shows you articulation, which we'll go over. And on the back, it shows you the different types of hands he has. 10 total hands. The fists actually have a hole in them for webs. They don't give you another pair of fists. So you got fists that have holes in them, which I don't think it's a big deal. It's okay. And then it shows you the webs he can use. Yeah, that's cool. That is really cool. That's like McFarlane style right there. Really neat. And then it shows you, if you're going to have the flipping hands, how to attach that piece to do that. And then the attachable pincers. Pincers 2. And it shows you the articulation points and that they're ratcheted. which we'll go over. And then there's those keyholes, the 4 points in his back, and then the pieces that cover up. So I think it'll be okay. You're not gonna be looking at his back too much. Should be fine. And there's the stand. Speaking of the stand, take a look at the stand. I think I have it all taken off. It looks like, I thought it was scratched at first, but that is part of the motif here. It's supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to have that. At first I thought it was damaged and I was upset. And then it says Marvel Spider-Man 2, black suit. I feel like it should say symbiote suit, but whatever, that's okay. 2024. So yeah, I pre-ordered this thing July 29th last year. I checked my online and it came today. What is this, July 25th, the day of this recording. So almost a year, which is not bad for Hot Toys, considering sometimes you're waiting 2, almost 3 years a lot of times. But here's this tentacle, or the pincer. And that, I'm telling you, that ratchet is strong. Here's the next one. You can hear it. I mean, it is just, yeah. And then down here and towards the back, you get one. And then right here at the back, you get one. And then right here, you get one. So yeah, there's 6 articulation points. The ends are not articulated and they are sharp, so be careful. That's really sharp. Those ends are sharp. And there's like the plastic, it's like a plastic at the end, it's like a bluish plastic. So it almost looks like it's electrified or something. That is really cool look. The way the light picks that up. Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. So the figure. Let's take a look at the figure. This is the most important thing, right? If I move some of this stuff out of the way. Let me stand my camera up some. We're a little too close here. Okay, we got a lot of stuff in the way. Hold on. All right, so the figure looks fantastic. If I try and zoom in a little bit to show the texture, you can see the light picking that up. There are panels, almost, panel lines. It feels kind of MCU-ish, but the sheen on this thing and the look of this, it really looks like there's a symbiote wrapped around his body. And in the game, they did a great job of that thing constantly moving. Even in picture mode, if you were to pause and let the camera move during picture mode, photo mode, you could see the symbiote moving over him. And that's kind of what they got going on here, which, man, it is really cool. There's those holes. We haven't put those covers on yet, but yeah, look at that white spider, looks so good. Holy smokes, man. And this thing feels great. And I've played with it a little bit, and there's definitely enough range, movement in the material where it doesn't restrict too bad. So that's going to really benefit. And if we look at the head, you can see the eyes there almost have a blue line around them. And again, the head it's plastic. It doesn't feel the same as the suit, although it's got some sort of, man, it just feels really cool. It's hard to explain. This is a nice feeling figure in hand. Yeah, but man, look at that thing. So let's kind of go over articulation a little bit. This, for Hot Toys Spidey, they've gotten better over the years. This head's on a ball joint, so he looks down really good, looks up great. He can turn his head all of which different ways. Really good articulation. The neck doesn't really move at the base, but you got plenty of articulation up here to move his head, which is great. The arms do go out, and they're on ratchets. Go out 90. You can see the suit. You can see how the suit moves. I can move this to pull it so it doesn't bunch up too much and doesn't want to maybe crack over time if you leave it, right? There's a bicep swivel, and then double jointed elbows, and then ball hinge wrist that are also ratcheted, which is nice. And then you can go forward with the arms, let's see here, about that far. Backwards about that. And yeah, so yes, and it does have some butterfly joint there a little bit, so it gives you some. But if you fidget with this suit, you can probably get it to go up more. I'm not going to push it. So about 90, which isn't bad for a Spidey figure, right? And then there is a ball joint in the waist and the upper torso, so pretty good crunch for a Spidey figure. And then you can hear the ratchets And it goes back pretty far too. Look at that. You can really get some cool shots of Spidey, you know, diving. Check that out. I mean, look at that. It's really good. Really good. Coming at you in the air. And then the legs are on ratchets. And they go out just about 90. They go back pretty far, as you can see there. To do the splits, they go out about that far. And then there is a thigh rotation up here at the hip. So you get a little bit of that. And then double jointed knees, which again, no problem with the suit. I'm not afraid I'm going to tear the suit. It doesn't feel that way at all, which is nice. And as you can see the foot here, if I zoom in a little bit, it's all one piece, but it moves really good. Look at that. And then if you can get some rocker, look at that rocker. Ankle rocker is great. And there's toe articulation, which I think is really cool how they do this, toe articulation. If I zoom in even more, you can see here how the fabric is on top, but it's cut in the plastic on the bottom of the boot. Man, even this boot has got like a symbiote look and feel to it. And they spared no expense. This is really impressive. And as far as seams, you can see a seam right here, stitch work, which is actually done really well. On both sides, there's a seam. It looks good. And there's a seam going up into the arm as well, I believe. But yeah, I don't see any other seams. Nothing in the back, which is nice. They left the spider alone. Nothing in the back, sorry. So yeah, I think articulation is really good with this guy. Man, I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this Spidey figure from Hot Toys. It feels so good. This is probably the best feeling Spidey suit to date. It's really good. Even the eyes, if I can zoom in really close here, let me get my camera up. It's hard to tell, and yeah, there you go, right there. You can see the detail in the eyes. They're kind of bumpy, like the symbiote's taken over. You know, it's encapsulated his entire body, even his eyes. Man, this is awesome. This is so awesome. Okay, let's put the other head sculpt on real quick and show you guys what that looks like. Oh, we got to pull the ball joint out. Hold on a second. So I've got a little bit of a problem here. Someone at the factory put this ball joint in backwards, and now I can't get it into the neck. And this, look at this, broke. This piece cracked and broke right off. That's extremely disappointing. So I don't know if this is even going to go in right now. Let me try and see what I can do. So I just can't get this ball joint into the base of the neck. I'm trying so hard. Something's not right here. As you can see, one side, if I can focus here, one side's bigger than the other side. The way it came was like this, but the head wasn't fitting on that. So it needs to be flipped around, and they've messed it up. So I got to try and fix this. Yeah, so terrible news. The ring around his neck completely broke off trying to put that bigger ball joint on. And now the ball joint won't even stay in his neck because the ring is there to help keep it in place. So I'm gonna have to contact Sideshow and get a new body. Hopefully, this thing is almost sold out. So this is the first time I've ever had an issue with the Hot Toys out of packaging, which is too bad because this was really a big deal for me, and to have this not work. And now the head, you can see the head, there's no neck because of that. I mean, it looks awesome. It looks fantastic. But yeah, with that neck not being up like it should and being able to move around because the ball joint won't work, it's, yeah, see, it needs this piece around it to stay on. Otherwise, it just falls right out. I hate when you spend good money on a figure like this and you have issues like this right out of packaging. I don't know why they did two different sizes on the ball joint here. For one to go into the neck, which won't even go into the neck. This thing was not packaged right. It wasn't done right at the factory because when I got it out, this head felt weird to me. And I knew something wasn't right. And I pulled it out and then tried to put it in, and it just shattered that ring. So it definitely doesn't go, the big part doesn't go into the head, I don't think. I can't get it to go in. Well, I did there, but that's not how it goes, I don't think. But yeah, now with that ring shattered, the head won't stay on right. So that's really a bummer. Big time bummer. I mean, can I finish this review? Because not having a head and a figure when I get all these cool poses is going to be stupid. So I guess we'll keep going and see what we get. Yeah, this review is DOA. I might post this just to show everybody and then take it down when I get my figure back from Sideshow. So yeah, this has been Hot Toys Marvel Spider-Man 2 Peter Parker black suit with a broken head. Awesome stuff. So very disappointed. I was so geeked. This was going to be like one of my favorite Hot Toys, and it still might be, but nothing is a worse feeling when you waited for a year for something to show up, and then you get, you know, a defective part right out of box on something that's premium. I know things happen, but man, what a bummer. So yeah, I'll post this for now to show people, so hopefully no one else crosses the same path I did. I'm very careful with my stuff. I'm OCD, so I'm very careful, and I don't know if what the deal is with my ball joint. Maybe if you guys have this figure, let me know about your ball joint in your neck. You know, which side's supposed to go which. They had the big side down, and I don't think that's right. Well, I tried pushing the big side in. It broke that ring. And now the small side that goes that way won't stay. It's too little anyway. And then this head won't pop on the big side. So maybe I did something wrong. I really don't think so. So hopefully you guys see this. Maybe give some comments for me. Let me know maybe what you're seeing out there. I wanted to really showcase everything with this guy, but we're have to stop it here. So once I get a new figure from Sideshow, I'll post my video then, the final video.